Hey, look. It's in the morning here. I don't sleep well on my brother's birthday. But there used to be mountains right there. I used to be able to see the mountains. Can't see the mountains. There's a mountain right there, guys. Why can't I see up the mountain? Oh, atmospheric blocking? Oh, look. This is the tallest mountain in San Diego. And where is it? It's not there. It's hidden behind the fog that you can't see through. You can't see through white, foggy, atmospheric blocking. You can't see through fucking rain and heat distortion and air distortion, dust particles, fog, sleet, hail, snow, the list goes on. You can't see through that stuff. I can probably see people on there. Hold on. Oh, they're there. Oh look, let's watch them disappear into the fog. See, if I keep watching these people, and they keep going up and up and up the mountain, they're gonna disappear, okay? Can't see through that stuff. Yeah, Flat Earth Subgenius here. I guess I have extra energy from not smoking weed for the past couple of days, and I guess I have more energy from not drinking the old whiskey elixir for the past couple of days. Coming on the third day. Well, this is technically, but yeah, for those, some of you know. For those of you who don't know, well, I'm gonna say hi to this guy.
Morning.
Morning. For those of you who don't know, yeah, today's my brother's birthday, June 10th. It's always a tough day. It's weird because like all the years go by. It's been nearly a decade since he got hit by a young 19-year-old kid who had a little too much to drink. My brother wasn't making good decisions that night. So like, to the people who deal with their own, tragedies in life, everyone goes through their own tragedies in life. Not everyone, actually. I met people who had never experienced tragedy ever. That's amazing, but it's fucking strange. Yeah, that's actually kind of reminds me of the Buddha. How the Buddha's parents, his father particularly, he shielded him from. His father was a king. Buddha's father was a king, and he shielded him from knowing about disease and poverty and sickness and death. So I think Siddhartha, Buddha, he was a little kid. there was like an oracle. There was some sort of oracle that fortune teller or something that said that told the Buddha's parents that that Buddha is either he's gonna become the most enlightened mystical guru, or he's gonna be a king like his father. And so his father tried everything in his power to prevent him from prevent him. he wanted Buddha to take over the kingdom. And so one day, I think when Buddha was like 9 or 10 years old, maybe a little older, I'm not sure, maybe younger, he was the first time he went outside the city. He was always in the city walls, and like they would like even carry umbrellas in front of his face, so like the sun and the heat and the dirt didn't touch his face. Well, eventually he saw a sick person along the way on the road. He saw beggars, and he saw a dead man, dead body. He didn't know that existed. Since he was sheltered his whole life. Sorry if this is shaking a little bit. It's kind of heavy, and I haven't slept in a while, and I'm really tired, but I got to get these thoughts out. And so that basically just popped him wide open, bursted his bubble. As he was lied to his whole life. It's like Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, and the flat Earth wrapped into one. So then the Buddha devoted the rest of his life to figuring out how to get rid of the suffering of the world, alleviating the suffering of the world. And he did all sorts of things. He became one of those ascetics, one of those people who are, they don't eat. They eat like a grain of rice a day, or like a half a banana a day, or a grain of rice, until they get so skinny and deathly. The reason they do that is so, it's funny because they have like competitions between who's the skinniest and who's suffering the most. Well, I'm the skinniest and I'm suffering the most. And Buddha's like, yeah, this is pretty fucked up. I'm not going to be in a cult with you skinny fucking people eating a grain of rice a day. This is fucking dumb. Sleeping on a bed of nails. So then he's like, you know what? I'm going to sit in front of this tree until I fucking figure it out. I ain't moving from this goddamn Bodhi tree until I figure it all out. And there's a lot of stories, about the Bodhi tree. Let's see if this is still going. Yeah. And, he was tempted by everything, women. He sat under the tree, and apparently Satan or Lucifer, or the evil presence of the world, if you want to call it that, came and visited him on all, on every plane of existence. He sent women. He sent. Flaming arrows was another story. That like the devil himself came at the very end of all the temptations that he was trying to give the Buddha, but Buddha just kept sitting there and alleviating his own suffering so he can get rid of it for the rest of the world. And it's such a cool story how, like, whatever, the devil came, or whatever you want to call it, whatever Buddhist devil is called, Shiva or whatever, the god of destruction. I don't know. I think, no, that's Hinduism or something. Yeah. And yeah. So there's a wall of arrows coming at him, a whole entire wall of flaming arrows coming at him, and apparently the Buddha just went. And he just stood up and stamped his foot on the ground, and all of the arrows turned into lotus flowers and fell before his feet. It's fucking incredible. Oh, there's so many inspiring stories. Yeah, but back to my brother. Yeah, I was 22 years old when he passed, and he was 26 years old, and he was in a coma for 10 days, and I was pretty much in a state of shock and trauma and disbelief for a long time. You know, I thought he was gonna, you know, come back out of the coma, but sitting there in that hospital, I realized how evil hospitals are. They're just disgusting corporations, and they don't give a shit about helping people. And see, the state, which is the government, the healthcare system, it combines religion with its medical practices. So it's trying to combine Western science and Eastern religion. And they try to pretend like it's they are not. Oh, we're just having the priests come in and, you know, try to make you guys feel comfortable about your dying son. And then it's like they work together. You know, the nurses and the doctors work together with the priest. And they steal all your energy away. They give a little bit of, you know, words of encouragement, try to make you feel better. There's so much family bullshit involved with it all. It's pure mind control. So they work together. Religion and science work together, and they pretend not to. That's the left and the right, Hillary and Donald Trump, pretending not to be friends and work together when they are. And that's what they did, and that's what they do. That's what it is. So I just want to say I love you, Derek. Think about you a lot. Almost a whole fucking decade has gone by. I'm turning 32 in a couple months, and that'll be a whole fucking decade, without my brother. And yeah, you just don't stop thinking about him. So, and he got hit by a car on July 4th too, out of all the days. Independence Day. And that really changes things. You start to not like fireworks anymore. But that changed. I used to hate fucking 4th of July. Every fucking year, 4th of July comes, and it's like the whole 10 days you gotta go through it again. 4th of July comes, and then he was in a coma for 10 days until the filthy nurses, doctors, and priests put all their filthy black voodoo magic together on my family, and basically, he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna come out of it. He's not gonna make it. His body's just, it's becoming too damaged. It's his internal organs aren't working. They're gonna stop working in a any day now. What kind of fucking health? What kind of fucking medical association gives up on a person after fucking 10 days? You're giving up after 10 days? People stay in coma for fucking years, months, weeks, years. You give up after 10 days. But the fucking the nurses and doctors and the priests, they team up, they trick your whole family into saying, hey, well, they're organ harvesters. It's a big Ponzi scheme. I always wonder, I'm like, did they just steal my brother's organs? Did they just basically kill my brother and fucking take his organs when he could have fucking lived and came out of the coma? And now, besides all that craziness, and that's real, there's like New York, specifically New York is where it happened, and there's New York nurses and doctors that have to meet organ harvesting quotas. I need to harvest this amount and I'll get a promotion. So they purposely kill their patients and harvest their organs. I will get to the bottom of this. I've devoted my life to this. You don't know what I've been doing. My brother passed away in 2008. And so weird, because was it Robert Anton Wilson? Did they pass away on the same day or something? Same year, it was, shit, 2007, fuck, man. I'm just getting a little tired here, fuck, man. But my brother's heart is beating in another man's chest. Saved a guy's life. It's really fucked up too, because the government doesn't allow you to get in contact with that guy. You have to go through the government as the middleman. The government is the middleman. So me and my family, we're not allowed to talk to the man with my brother's heart in his chest beating, because the government says so. We have to go through him first. So I have to write a letter, and it has to go to the government, and so did that guy, and then he has to go to the government, and then they read it first, and then you guys can get together and meet, as long as they are aware of it. Nothing fucked up about that at all, right? I'm sure this is new information to all you guys, right? But every year, his birthday comes. Every day I think about him. Every year, though, it's just such a hard fucking day. And then 4th of July comes, and until the 14th, when July 14th, when we had to stop the machine, because if you didn't, his from what they told us, his organs would have stopped working, and so they couldn't donate his organs anymore. What a coincidence. Ugh. It's a hummingbird that just came by. I hope you guys saw that little hummingbird. Holy shit. That hummingbird just made me emotional. What's up, guys? Luckily I have company. Hummingbirds and lovebirds are following me all of a sudden. See you later, guys. Whew. But I had to make this video. I couldn't go to sleep without making this video. It feels good to get it off my chest. I can't even, I used to not even be able to, the number 14, I couldn't even stop the volume. If the volume stopped at 14, I'd have to go to 13 or 15, just because of the number. But I've gotten over that. I've gotten over the fireworks, the number. You don't get over it. But time does make things better. And it's taken 10 years, but I finally made a video getting my thoughts out there about the subject. It's not in full details. I still have... I might as well. Like, I saw, I saw the last beat of my... I saw the last beat of his heart. Like, basically... Basically, my mom and dad told me that, you know, that it's time to say goodbye. And, I did. I said everything I needed to say. But, what was that one song? It's always good to cry when you're sober. Yeah, and I kind of like rushed into the room where he was at because they closed the curtains because they're about to fucking take out his fucking heart. And yeah, I basically like barged in there and I saw some fucked up shit. And basically I was going pretty much, you know, about to go crazy. You know, freak out on the doctors. And my mom and dad, or my mom was about, she was like 20 feet away from me, and my dad was, you know, trying to console her because I was losing my mind. And, but my dad actually, he gave me a look. He gave me a look. I'll never forget it. Gave me a look. He's like, damn, dude, you can't do this, man. You're gonna fuck the whole thing up, and you're gonna break your mom's heart. And so I just accepted it that my brother was gone, and that his heart was getting removed, even though I can tell, I can feel that he still had life. I don't think he wanted to go, but I know for a fact he wouldn't want to be a vegetable cripple in a wheelchair when he was going to be a college, you know, sports coach or professional sports coach. So, yeah, I understand. And I will meet that guy one day. It's funny because that guy is he's a chef, and my dad's a chef. pretty fucking... I always loved crows and ravens. Oh man. Getting visited by a fucking hummingbird, 2 lovebirds, and a crow. Woo! I gotta go look that shit up before I go to sleep. What does it mean when you see a hummingbird, 2 little finches, and some ravens? Whew. Yeah, I think that's about it. I only think I have about 1 more minute to record. So, yeah. Excuse me. Thank you, everyone, for if you made it to the end of this video. I love you with all of my heart. And even if you made it to 3/4 of the video and, you know, you had to go to the bathroom or it was too intense for you, that's alright too. I still love you. But, yeah, man. Love you, Derek. Love you, friends and family that don't talk to me anymore. But I'm devoted to the truth, and the truth to me is more important than fake friends and family, so... Have a good one, everyone. Have a good weekend. Love you all. Goodbye.